Hello, Netherlings. Hello. Are we ready to do this? Are we ready for Maxie's Pad episode 3? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Charlie Chase and the Maxie's Pad Orchestra. Play us in, boys. Live from the legendary Pantages Theater in Hollywood, California, it's the Beetlejuice Backstage live stream talk show, Maxie's Pad, starring your traveling Maxie Dean, Dan Mason. Coming up on the pad this week, we'll give you the latest news from the netherworld, plus a special sit-down with Maxine and Juno, Desaria Harris. Yeah! And a special musical performance from three-time Tony winner Patti LuPone. And now, give it up with your host with the most. It's Dan Mason. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Drop a hello in the chat. Let us know who you are, where you're watching from. So much to catch you up on. We're getting ready tonight at 6:30 to do our last show from the legendary Pantages Theater, which a lot of people are having feelings about. I know I'm a little sad because this is the last Southern California. Well, we're doing Palm Desert, but I don't have people out there. But all my people in my life, last chance I'm going to get to see them for a while. I know Leanna's having feelings, and LA has just been so good to us. The fans here, it's been like a Hamilton stage door every night. The crowds have been electric. People are so into the show. So thank you if you are a Southern California fan who's been out supporting the show. Some of you we've seen 3 and 4 times at the stage door. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. Before we bring Desaria in, we have some news from the netherworld to fill you in on with the tour. 2 principal debuts this week on Beetlejuice. Our lovely Barbara, Caitlin Feely, has been a little under the weather, so she has been out. Jillian Worthing has stepped in admirably and slayed the house down as Barbara. So shout out to Jillian. We love you. Also, Ian Dembrick, who is our male principal swing in the show, went on for the Saturday afternoon performance, doing his first time as Adam. So we want to shout out and give a lot of love to Ian. You can follow these guys on Instagram and you can see some of their journey. We also want to welcome back our ensemble member, Matt Blasio. Matt, who was with us all through rehearsals and then got injured and literally has not done the show until this weekend. So he's back. He's rehabbed his injury. He's been back in. It's been good to have him back in the family. And that means that we've had to say goodbye to our fill-in swing, who was covered admirably, and we're really sad about that because Clark Anton Rulon is just good energy and incredible that this guy, he came in and learned the show in 7 days, starting in previews in Fresno, and has just been on slaying in the ensemble. So we love you, Clark. And well, I'm getting notifications here on my computer. There we go. We'll remind later. All that being said, let's dive in. Are you ready to get to know our Maxine and Juno? She has done the show now, not just on the tour, but this is her 3rd contract because she is a veteran of Norwegian Cruise Lines. Ladies and gentlemen, look, it's Desaria Harris, my onstage fifth wife. Welcome to Maxie's Pad.
Hello, I'm so glad I'm here.
Yeah, so talk to us about that. One of the questions that came in most frequently from our fans is wanting to know the difference between doing this show on the cruise line versus doing it here on tour. Yeah. I know the cruise line is condensed down into like 90 minutes, right?
It is. We have no intermission at all. So it's so big parts that are cut, like the second verse and the whole being death thing, the opening number is cut, and some dialogue, and also like No Reason, Delia's song is not there.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not.
Because you were also covering Delia on the so
so it was real chill. It was real chill. So I was like, oh yes, I'll be Delia, cute. But you have more, so it's a lot more now with Delia. But a lot of the songs were just cut down. But we have majority of the songs, like all the songs were there. Besides, No Reason was the biggest cut.
Weren't there some characters who were also cut in the cruise line version? There's no Otho, right?
There is no Otho. So whenever we say, we always just reference Otho as my guru. We'll just say my guru says, and so we'll never say Otho ever. But Otho is not there at all. Also, your character as the letterman, like the census taker,
Yeah.
not there either.
Which is
So-
really my only meaningful contribution to the show. Like that 20-second feature is the census taker.
Oh, hello. But it gave us time because, like, in our show, we would go from dinner party where we're all running off from like Beetlejuice and the Big Head, and we would immediately get ready. It was like da 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 da, like that music that you hear right before the second act, and we go right into Girl Scout, and we had to rush, 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 get ready. So it was a really fast change. So we've learned that a big difference is that we don't sweat as much. We do not sweat as much, and we're not as so exhausted. Like, it is a tiring show, but like after that one, you'll just be like, and you're like, let me just wash all this off of me. You'll just be so incredibly exhausted because it was just go.
It's counterintuitive. You would think
Yeah.
it would be more exhausting to do the tour and to do the full show at 2.5 hours
Yeah.
with all the big production numbers.
Yeah, but you have just more spaces to like pause. I can actually get ready and take my time. It's really nice actually. So it just gives you that breath.
And on the cruise ship, you're actually not doing 8-show weeks, right? How many are you doing?
So within a cruise, so we started in the Caribbean, which were just week cruises. So week-long cruises, we would do two show days. So it'll be only 2 days of shows, 4 shows a week. And then I was in a show called Icons, which was a show where we just sing a lot of iconic songs, Whitney Houston, Barbara Streisand, all those things. And I was in that, and we did 2 shows, 2 show days for that. So like a week for me was like, okay, we're working. But when you got to the 10-week cruises, 14 or whatever, you were still doing the same amount within a week. So we were chilling, and we had nothing else to do. It was fantastic, actually.
Those cruise ship contracts are so fascinating because I've actually been called in for like a couple of these musicals that happen on the cruise ship, and I can character act all day long. That's not the problem. But they'd be like, oh, by the way, we also need you in these like separate cabaret shows we're doing. Here's a Freddie Mercury song.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, no.
Exactly.
No, like that is not what I do.
Singing on that cruise ship, like I was singing Whitney Houston, like want to dance with somebody. I was like, oh, and Barbara Streisand, like the way we were, and I was like, hello.
I will tell you this much: we're also going through our second round of put-ins for all of us who are understudies here in Beetlejuice. So we're doing some rehearsals for that right now, where we're paired up again because I'm the Charles cover and Desaria is one of the Delia covers. I will tell you, her No Reason might make Jesus get up and like walk into the room. There's a couple riffs where I'm like, oh, I felt the spirit. Great.
No, it's something. It really is something because they like the biggest thing there is that like it was really weird for me because I am always singer first. And then like, well, I'm not gonna say that I'm singer first, but usually everyone has heard me sing first, and then they're like, oh yeah, acting too, and everything else. So it was really nice, like to have it flipped this time around, and just like, oh yes, I sing as well. Hello. So it was nice to like have my acting be highlighted first, you know.
Also, you're not the only Norwegian cruise veteran who's doing this tour. Ale, who is our Miss Argentina.
Yes.
Were you also doing the show with Sterling and Carly, or were they on a different contract?
So Sterling and Carly, so it was first, so we started 2.0. So it was 1.0, 2.0. I came in with Ale, who plays Miss Argentina. Then after that, there was a break. Sterling and Carly came in. And then I came into the one with Hales.
Oh, that's right. Hales did
Yes,
it too.
Hales did it. No, I think it was Carly, and then I came in with Hales.
Hales is in
Sterling
our female ensemble.
Yeah.
And they are No Arms.
Yeah, the No Arms.
No Arms.
And then so like Carly and Sterling weren't together. It was like Carly, then I came back in with Hales, and then after that Sterling was in the next one. So yeah, it was all sandwiched in between.
It's a lot of Norwegian cruise lines
it's a lot of us
up in here. One other story before we get into our viewer correspondence questions. You were legendarily on the show where there was a flood of some sort. The audience was rained on in the middle of a performance of Beetlejuice on the cruise line.
Yes.
Talk about that experience.
Insane. It was crazy. So it was a huge like lore like of the ship that in 1.0 that like something happened where the sprinkler system went off. And we're like, oh, that's so crazy. And like the entire theater flooded. But we're like, oh, that's crazy. That would never happen again. That's crazy. And during the show, it was actually like the very beginning. We're getting ready, we're in our more stuff. And then I look over at the monitor and I was like, oh my gosh. And it started raining on all of the audience, just full pour down rain. We had to cancel the show, of course. And we all changed and we're like, okay, help. We had like, it was like a huge code, like they had to bring out over the ship. And people from all these departments had to come and like bring in crazy amounts of towels and blow dryers. It was crazy.
You posted the video of this to your TikTok. So if you want to see an audience just get poured on and the show get flooded out, which is probably the first time on Broadway or anything.
Yeah.
Where can they find you on the TikTok?
Oh, TikTok. You can find me on _Desaria with 4 A's. Same as my Instagram. I really hope that's correct. But Desaria Harris, you'll find me.
Let's do some correspondence. Yeah. All right, Sam 2.0. Oh, she's never going to answer this. She's never going to answer this honestly.
Okay.
How many Maxies have you played opposite of, and how is it different working with Dan?
Oh, okay. How many have I? So there was 1.0. There was. I just texted him, David. David. He was really fun. David was just like he's a silly goose. He's a true silly goose. And I loved him. He was really fun, and he would just make little jokes or poke at things. It was really nice. I also played with Kevin, who was also in 1.0 as well.
Okay.
So he was hilarious, and like I feel like it was his show as well. Like he's one that just stands out on stage. He's really great. And then of course there's Dan. Dan, we have like it was so fun. We have this this joke with like with the horse. We've never done that before.
Our director, Katie Davis, who's been with this show since its very beginning of the development, like reading versions of the script with Alex Timbers and Eddie Perfect in a hotel room, has been so generous about just kind of letting us find these things on our own that kind of make the characters our own. So there's a few things we've sort of coded in to the dinner party on this tour that haven't been done before. And they're subtle, they're not huge things.
Yeah, but it's nice. It's really nice having that because like the show is so timed perfectly, but at the same time you have time for improv and I was able to just come in from like my audition and just say, this is what I want to bring to it. And she was just like, yeah. It's just like a lot of yes and I really appreciate it. So it was a lot of creativity.
Second question from our UK superfan, Fright of Their Lives. Favorite part of cruise life and one thing you're happy to leave behind?
Oh, okay. I'm going to start with happy to leave behind is all the crew drills.
What is a crew? Give us, what is a crew drill?
So like every week actually, we had to do a fire drill where you're standing there for like an hour and a half in the morning, just standing there at your muster station, and like you had to go through the drill, and they'll give you like life vest and had these, and it was really warm too because we'll be in like an area where like all the restaurants are closed, so like they wouldn't put AC on that side, so it got really hot, and you just stood there in these yellow life jackets, and everyone was really hot and cramped, and like sometimes people had to go into the lifeboats and stuff. Thankfully, as performers, we didn't have to do it. We were able to skip.
Very Titanic.
Yes.
Very Titanic.
It was very scary, but like we had to do it, and it was a lot of that. It was a lot of courses. We had to flip a lifeboat, life raft in a pool that was very small.
Every week?
Not every week, but we had to do that. But every week we did have to do fire drills. And then like having to eat at a specific time. We had to dress a certain way. We had to be back on. It was just a lot of people telling me what to do. And I learned I don't like that. That's why I love being an actress. I want to do what I want to do.
Yeah, so you're more of a Juno than a Maxine.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I am. I'm very much like I want to do what I want. Like we have our guidelines. These are the parameters. And I get to do whatever in between. Gotcha. But that's what we had to do. But I think the best thing a part of cruise life was being able to like go off into these crazy countries. Like I've gone to like over 22 countries. That's cool. And just like I'm gonna get pasta in Italy tomorrow, and then in Greece the next day I wanna get a gyro, and then like I'm gonna go, like it was crazy, like a crazy life. And at times you took for granted, but I was like, come on, you're gonna want to be back here, and I love it.
Favorite country you went to?
My favorite stop, I have to say my favorite stop is Cadiz, Spain. It is beautiful. And you just walk around, and it was just a breeze. And there were people around, but I didn't hear them. And you can just get lost in the city, but always know your way back. Barcelona, Greece. Oh, loved it.
Love it. And the question of the week, the person who will be getting an autographed playbill from the cast, signed here from the Pantages, Danielle, wants to know, what is one thing you've learned about yourself through traveling the world through all of these different productions?
I would have to say something I learned about myself is that I know how to make home everywhere. And it's sometimes you're in places where you feel very like off, it just doesn't feel right. But I've always been able to find comfort wherever I was, no matter if that was just like a certain side of the bed or if it was like an entire like country that I'm in because I really love it, or like a department that I'm with, or people. Like that was my biggest thing, is that I'm able to adapt very quickly, and I really love that. I really like that about myself. But finding comfort wherever I go, whether that's creating my room in a certain way or having a certain flow to my room or what I wear, I was able to find that. So I think that was the biggest thing that I learned about myself when I'm traveling everywhere.
Beautiful. Well, it's now time for our weekly segment called the Afterlife Audit. This is the speed round. I'm going to throw some questions at Rosario. We'll see what comes up for you. Okay. If Juno audited your life, what criticism would you receive?
Maybe something comes to mind. Oh, wait, what is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, I need to just say what I want and how I feel, just like without questions. Just say it. Juno doesn't care about anyone around them. They're just going to do what they want to do.
Are you the type to be more timid or to self-censor when it's time to like speak up, or like...
Yes, it takes me a process, because I know for myself it's either 1 to 2 or 10, and I can't go there. We can't go there. So like,
you could.
I could, and Juno was like, you need to go to 10 every single time. And sometimes we have to hit a 5 sometimes. Know how to hit a 5 or a 6, Not everyone deserves a 10. Sometimes.
All right, second question. If you had a handbook for the recently alive, what rule would you highlight, underline, and force everybody you know to follow?
Find joy. Find your joy. Know what your joy is. Happiness is temporary. Joy lasts forever. So find your joy. And that has always centered me, and always have that. That's really important.
I love that. You didn't have to think about that. You're lost in the netherworld. You can take one cast member to help you escape. Who are you taking?
You know who I'm going to take? Jeff. I'm taking Jeff.
Jeff is our Charles.
Our Charles.
In the show.
I don't know what it is about Jeff. Like that, those commercials. It's like, oh, I don't know. He's like, he has like the whiskey in his hand or something. It's like, I don't know.
The most interesting man in the world.
Interesting man in the world. That is honestly him. I don't know what it is. You'll say something like so random, and he has a story where he's like, oh, well, one time I was hiking up the mountains in Athens or something, like, I don't know, and he'll have a story, and I'm like, you know what, I think he'll help me a lot. Like zombie apocalypse, I'm calling Jeff.
Okay.
I know he's gonna get it straight.
Beetlejuice is a show about death. What role would you kill to play?
Beetlejuice.
Really?
I would love to be Beetlejuice. I would love it. I love the bits. I'm just a bit queen, and I would love to be Beetlejuice. And yeah.
What's your favorite Beetlejuice line, and would you perform it here for the Maxie's Pat viewers?
Oh, that's really hard. I don't know. It's so many.
Put her on the spot.
I know that really is on the spot. I love when he says, "You're invisible when you're," and we got something together. It's this clip. But I'm going to do, "You're invisible when you're..." No, it's okay. I'm not going to do it. It's fine. No,
you have to now.
It's one of those things where you got to know one thing to know another thing.
Yeah, well, now you're going to ruin it. Well, I love that one of our viewers here just screams Jason Derulo in all caps. Final question for you. What do you want your tombstone to say?
What do I want my tombstone to say? I want my tombstone to say, it's a Julia line. If you don't take a chance, you don't have a chance, because you didn't take it. And I want to say that I took every chance that I had.
That's beautiful. You're so thoughtful. So thoughtful. I love it. Well, friends, we have a mandatory company meeting coming up here in about 10 minutes. So it's time for us to wrap things up. I do want to tell you this. I was having a conversation in the stage right wing before Act 2 with Ryan, who is our Beetlejuice, who told me that he and Leanna, our Lydia, want to be Maxie's Pad guests together. They want to do the show together.
Okay.
And I'm all for making that happen.
Yeah.
But we got to get some more subscribers on this channel, y'all.
We do.
So for those of you, whether you're watching this on replay, whether you're watching it live, send this to the Netherlings in your life and let them know if they want to get to know the new Beetlejuice and Lydia. Got to click a subscribe here.
You have
all right. We got to build this up. All right. We're doing this for the fans. We're doing this for the people. So that's your all's homework assignment for this week. And now let me see. I think it's time for us to do the goodnight song.
Yeah.
Let me get the instrumental fired up here and ready to go. Friends, all good things must come to an end. It's time for us to wrap it up here for this week on Maxie's Pad. I'm just trying to find my lyrics. Here we go. Ready? She wrapped the netherworld on cruises and enforced the ghostly rules is Desaria's the Juno that you need. Come on!
As Maxine takes the lead, horse kick still don't make me bleed, and the house erupts with wild applause indeed.
Yeah! Now it's time to say goodnight. They're calling 10 to places. We hate to end the show, and we'll miss your gorgeous faces. But darling, don't be sad. We'll reunite another day. 'Cause Maxie's Pad is just the friends we made along the way. Charlie Chase of the Maxie's Pad Orchestra, everybody. I wish y'all could see in the mirror, like our male ensemble is just back there swaying to the beat. They're waiting for their invite to come on the show. That'll be soon.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you to Desaria. Our apologies once again to Patty LaPone. We've run out of time. We'll get her on the show next time.
I'm sorry.
In the meantime, stay fabulous, stay booked, stay blessed. We'll see you next time on Maxie's Pad. Bye everyone.
That was really good.